Several people were detained outside the prosecutor's office in central Brussels. Karl Bostic joins me from there now. Karl, what more can you tell us?
Well, good morning. Again, right now I'm in front of Brussels, the Palace of Justice. That's the main court here of Belgium. And last night, 3 of those arrests actually were around the corner from the Palace of Justice, in the middle of the night, in fact. We don't know exactly, what these suspects were doing or why they were there. We hope to get more details from the Federal Prosecutor's Office later in this day. As a matter of fact, even earlier this morning, early morning, a 7th arrest was made. This is in another part of Brussels. It's the Forêt district of Brussels. This is perhaps significant because that's where the police raid took place last week, which quite frankly triggered off this latest wave of arrests and the actual, perhaps even the Tuesday bombing. This Forêt district is where they found the apartment that showed that the Paris bomber, Salah Abdeslam, was actually still in the Brussels area and led to his arrest. And since his arrest, it appears that he actually may have been sharing information and cooperating with the police, because we've seen an accelerated race of police raids throughout Brussels and the suburbs. In fact, we're having lockdowns around the clock in various neighborhoods. And in fact, the Tuesday's bombing, while it can't be said for certain, Tuesday's bombing may have actually been staged ahead of time, because keep in mind, we are going into the Easter weekend where there's going to be a lot of activity on the streets of people as they celebrate this weekend. So as Natasha did say, for example, in her own live from that place, this is very much a city on edge going into this weekend especially.
And Karl, police in France are also saying that they disrupted another terror plot at an advanced stage. I understand it's not necessarily connected to the Brussels attack. Of course, this will just add to the nervousness in Western Europe right now.
Well, that's right, because there's so much uncertainty out there, because what we're seeing is this. The person who was arrested last night, he actually was a French national. His name was Rita Crillet. However, he was tried and convicted in absentia by a Belgian court. Why? He was convicted because of his role in the recruitment of European nationals, presumably from France or Belgium, to go and fight in Syria for Daesh. So he was the one arrested last night. France's Interior Minister, Bernard Cazeneuve, he said that this particular person was at a very high level of a plot that was a very advanced stage. What that means, we don't know. We're still waiting to hear more details about that. But you also want to keep in mind, this is coming out of the Interior Minister's office out of France, that since the beginning of this year, we're into just March already right now, there have been 75 arrests made. It's in a state of emergency right now since the Paris bombings. Out of the 75 arrests, 28 people have been jailed. So what it shows, if anything, that these people, they may have known each other, they may have worked together, and they may have also been planning other events as well to be staged in the future.
I suppose time will tell. Okay, Karl Bostic in Brussels there. Thanks very much for your time.